Yo guys, it's Centaur here, and I'm back at it again. I'll be a bit late doing another Attack on Titan analysis video with Gerjo and Sam.
What's going on?
Again, that episode, banger,
Good
just straight
episode.
action.
Very sad.
It was sad
Very
at the
sad
end,
as well,
but
yeah.
we'll get to that in a minute. I mean, it was just a very action-packed episode. Not a lot to talk about. It's just sort of, so from the start, it basically just picked up essentially directly from where we left off last episode, the before this episode.
It starts with Hanji and Magath talking to like the engineers, I'm pretty sure, about how quickly could they get the foam boat running.
Yeah.
And the engineers basically say, it's
Yeah.
going to take nearly a whole day to get it up and running in the sky.
Yeah, they
And
could do it half a day if they had the right equipment, is what they said.
And Magath and Hanji are basically saying to each other like, we're fucked then, because there's no way we can hold out the harbour for that long.
Yeah.
With reinforcements coming as well.
Yeah.
Reinforcements coming.
So then,
And then
what?
I think Kiyomi was like, there's a Azumbito place within the continent, and it's near the border, and they said they could fix the boat there.
Yeah.
But they need to get to that, and it's much more it's a better option, and they came to the conclusion, okay, let's do that instead of just waiting here.
They're going to move the boat on the ground. They're going to sail with it.
Yeah, so they were just gonna sail with the boat until they got to the island, and they were gonna fix it. And that was the basic plan. So yeah. Then obviously we just cut to. It's just a lot.
We just
fighting.
get to the fighting.
It's just a fight.
Ryan and Annie killing people, killing the Jaegerists.
One thing I said, which was I talked to these guys on camera. It was like I think it was a good continuity thing. Was Annie was extremely surprised about the power of the Thunder Spears because she's never had to deal with those before.
Yeah, like when she put her arm out and her whole arm just got obliterated.
Yeah, and she's constantly like covering her nape, and her fighting style's all the same. It's a very good like continuity thing. It's like all the shit, like all the same shit that happened in season 1. It was a good payback, I think, towards season 1, especially like that whole arc, the whole forest arc, the initial forest arc was such a good arc from season 1 as well.
Yeah,
I think it was a very good it was like a little nod. I think it was good that Annie's all her fighting style and shit is the same. But yeah, it was just a lot of fighting.
Yeah, and later on, they eventually get overwhelmed, like the Titan Shifters, because they kept on getting like bombarded with. Well, actually, like I think it was like a few of the Jaegerists were aiming at Annie, and then fucking Ryan just blocked with his face, man, like he always does.
Yeah, this brother has a serious problem with blocking shit with his face. He did it when Zeke. Yeah, when Zeke was getting shot by those cannons in the start of season 4. Now he did it before in season 3.
Every single fight with Eren has been him blocking with his face.
Blocking with his face.
We get some cool moments for Mikasa and Connie, just notably, where they're just going ham, like throughout the whole sequence. Like Mikasa especially. The whole sequence, he's just destroying people.
Just.
Bro, demon time,
bro. Yeah.
Mikasa was on fucking demon time on that point, bro. The thing was, she did some like actual like unnecessarily nuts shit. Like
bro, she did a whole fatality, bro.
She cut that brother's head off, dashed his body at the other guy, stabbed them both through the stomach, and then used the thunder spear to just blow them up. It was like so unnecessary.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat finisher,
bro.
It's actual demon time.
Yeah, but a bit before that though, you get to see like Falco like saying, like I need to transform, I need to help out.
Yeah.
And then the others were like warning him not to go, and then he goes anyway.
It was everyone's because they say like because again it was a good continuity thing. Everybody's first Titan shift is like bad because they just lose consciousness straight away, and if their Titan is just tiny.
They were trying to tell him that like don't do it, don't transform, just stay with us. My guy's like he's like that anime protagonist, like the way I need to.
My friends
he said Porco should have been here. He would have like handled it way better. I don't think he would have handled it better in my opinion. But like,
I don't know. I mean, it would have. His ways, I guess.
He runs off when at that point he's gonna transform.
Yeah. So Falco runs off and he transforms. His Titan looks sick.
Yeah, fucking killer,
Yeah.
bro.
But yeah, because just as he transforms, we cut out to Reiner and Annie, and they're both struggling. They're both about to get like murdered by thunder spears, basically.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
And
then
then we see Falco tie and just appear like as he transforms. And yeah, it looks sick. It looks like a bird. It looks much nicer than.
yeah, I mean, it looks like a very cool. Definitely a lot better and seems a lot more versatile than some of the other Jaw Titans that we've seen in the past. Seems a little bit more adapted for fighting.
It's like claws and stuff. It's basically like mirrored after a bird. So
yeah, it's claws and a big beak. It's like it's the beak and then it has the actual mouth bit. But yeah, it was very cool. It's very good look. I think it was very cool looking.
I think you get to see we have like brushed over a few things like Flock. You see like Flock like in between the episode, bringing morale out for the Jaegerists and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
he was doing something I kind of didn't expect from it, because I kind of expected, we all kind of expected, he was kind of like a pseudo leader almost. He was shallow.
To be fair, he was a pretty decent leader. I can't lie.
Yeah.
To be fair,
he's going around and he's fighting. And he's doing quite well.
He's one of two people alive that listened to Erwin's final speech. So that may be one of the reasons behind it. Because that guy was like hype machine.
There's a moment where he's losing, and he does this whole thing where he like avoids everyone and he's gonna shoot the boat.
He went hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
he
really
does. He nearly shoots the boat and stops the whole thing. Then he gets shot by Jean, is it?
No, Gabby.
No, it was Gabby. Gabby, bro. Faye's Gabby. She never misses.
Yeah,
Bow.
Gabby.
She shot Eren's head off. She shot Shasha, and now she just blams this product in his face as well. She doesn't miss. He's got aimbot, bro.
No, she blams him and he falls into the water. So poor guy.
Yeah.
So guy's just,
He's not dead. It's very unlikely that he's dead.
He'll be back. But...
Yeah, I highly doubt he's dead.
Someone needs to show this brother what's what though. I think he's got too. I think being the head of the Jaegerists, he's got a bit too big for his boots. Thinking he's too powerful. Brother needs to get put in his place.
He got his massive, bro.
Like that shit he was doing with the Azabitos, like trying to do some like fucking psychology shit. Now shut up, you idiot. He's the same guy who was shitting himself like back in season 3.
Oh yeah, there was also a scene with like where they were calling in reinforcements. And then you see like the train full of reinforcements that just all blow up, and they're all like wondering who did it. And then we find out later on, because Magath gets off the ship and says, I'm gonna stay here to just defend the harbor while you lot go ahead. And then the boy comes through. Keith Shardis, bro.
I like Shardis, man. It was a good send-off, I think.
Yeah,
him and Magath have a whole conversation in like the boiler room for like I think it's a boiler room.
Well, it's a munitions room. That's why they blew up the munitions.
Yeah. That's it. And then him and they have a conversation about how Magath basically has a whole speech about like he's like if these people are just happy, if these like he talks about I forgot to name them. He goes if they're just happy, then I would have had a happier life. Well,
he was literally, to be fair, he was saying like he was saying it like, if these kids were just happy, imagine how happy that would make me. Because he's very regretful of the shit he's done.
It was really good because it's like these are both people on opposite sides of the spectrum, but they're both teachers.
Yeah, and they're both like students, and they care deeply about their students.
And they both evolved over time, to care much deeper than they did originally.
I guarantee Keith Shardis at the start didn't really care, because a lot of his students would go and they die very quickly. It depends on what they joined. Like most of them would join the garrison, but then you'd have a lot of the people who just trained that they joined the scouts and they'd just be dead within the first year. He was obviously a bit, but like recently, especially now with the season 4 stuff, all the students were surviving. They were, and he obviously cared a lot about his students. I think even back then he cared a lot about his students. And it was the exact same thing with Magath. Magath, he had to put on almost a facade, if you will, like for the sake of Marley. Like think about it in the exact same way as Nazis with the Jews. You couldn't sympathize with Jews, because then you'd be seen as a sympathizer, and then you'd be be killed or whatever. So it's a similar thing. he didn't want to sympathize with the audience.
Manga finally gets over that and talks about how like he cares about the kids basically and how he
Yeah.
cares
Yeah.
about the children and he wants them to be happy.
He
And
said,
then
I
they
think he
both-
said that that was all he actually cared about was
Yeah.
his kids, like the kids.
And they both say, talk to each other about being heroes and being seen as heroes
Yeah.
after doing this, saving the world and stuff like that. And then they blow it up and both die, and it's very sad.
Very sad, and they did it really well because it was no audio,
Like,
just music.
No audio. You just see like Hanji like scream, but you don't hear the audio, and it was quite eerie and sad.
It was
And
very,
that's
it was
basically
very
the end of
upsetting.
the episode.
That's
Then we
pretty
have,
much
like,
it.
the
Yeah.
credits.
Yeah.
We had
And we have the after credit scene.
which is them talking with Annie about how it's a high chance that her father's dead, and basically all of the Eldians, basically their homes, because they talk about Marley and how by now the Gloucester Titans are probably stomping all over it.
Yeah. And like Annie was there like, oh, I've lost my reason to fight now and whatnot. And then I think she was going about like, again, like the campfire episode. She was going like, can you guys kill Eren and whatnot?
Well,
Like,
yeah. So
would you be able to?
because the thing was, she said even she can't now. She doesn't want to kill Eren. She doesn't want to
she
fight
even
anymore.
says, I don't want to fight you guys anymore. I don't even want to fight Eren.
Yeah, she doesn't want to fight. She doesn't want anyone to fight. It's kind of just. I guess it's kind of corny, but it's like she just wants everyone to be happy.
Then they kind of bring up the idea that we've had all along, which is like, if you stop now, then
What was it all for?
yeah, exactly, like Maga.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
actually, funny,
Hanji brings up.
It was exactly
yeah.
like almost like Erwin. You know, Erwin's final speech. He was saying like, it's us, the living, that give value to our dead comrades. Would you say that everything that they've done is in vain?
Oh, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's kind of the conversation. You got to keep going.
And also like what's it? Hanji was saying how like Magath like sacrificed himself just to save like some random stranger, like who he doesn't know. And it's basically saying that's what we're doing this for, just to
save people that we don't really probably never will meet.
It was going back to the same thing. It's like we're scouts. We're supposed to save humanity. Protect life. That was the whole thing. And the genocide is bad.
Yeah.
That was it. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Oh well, one little thing. When Annie asks, "Can you kill Eren?" Mika says she doesn't respond, and her hand is shaking. So I still think she's not ready to. She's not, at least now. For now, she's not ready to kill Eren. She couldn't bring herself to do it. I don't think. Maybe later on, but
I feel like
it's
there's
also
one
like
more thing that might happen that might lead to Mika being like, yeah, I can like maybe a death of a certain someone or someone close to her that could lead to be like, yeah, I'm ready.
Well, the only person that kind of would make sense would be Armin. If Eren kills Armin, Mikasa would crack out. I think she'd go.
That's what could possibly happen. But yeah, that's just a theory.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not a lot to talk about.
I enjoyed it. Can't wait for next one. It's supposed to be an hour. There's
supposed to be an hour-long episode.
Rumors.
Yeah.
All right.
Like and subscribe and all that. Yeah. Take off.
Bye.
Peace.